Welcome, everybody, to the Major League Baseball Odds Couple Show. I'm Mike Brenner coming to you. I went 3-0 last night, had a very productive night. Pistol Pete, I don't think he did too well. How you feeling today?
That's right, Mike Brenner.
Well, anyway, that speaks for itself. All right, with that being said, again, on a serious note, went 3-0 last night. Very productive night in the MLB, and look forward to keeping the momentum going today. All right, it's a big slate, and we're going to break down some games, and then later on in the show, I'm going to be bringing on Ross Benjamin for his underdog picks in Major League Baseball. And if he does anywhere near as good as he did in college basketball and college football in his underdog picks, then guess what, viewers? You're in for a treat and you're in for some ticket cashers. All right, with that being said, the Pirates are taking on the Padres today. Nelson Liriano is on the mound for the Pirates. It's minus 135 on the money line. And even though the game is in San Diego, Pirates are still favored because Liriano pretty much has control of his game right now, and the Padres have been kind of struggling offensively. That is one of my picks. I like the Pirates on the money line. I got it minus 135 at the Greek. All right, another interesting game today is the LA Dodgers. All right, Alex Wood is on the mound going to Atlanta to take on a Braves team that he used to pitch for. So there's a lot of emotion in this game. I believe he wants this game more than any other game he has circled on his schedule this year. And Atlanta is sending Tehran to the mound, who's really kind of been struggling, and I'm wondering if it is now emotional. What do you think, Pete?
That's right, Mike Brenner.
Well, with that being said, again, I love the emotional edge in betting, and I think tonight Dodgers get it done against Alex Wood's former team, the Atlanta Braves, and right now the line is available at minus 140. So cash that ticket on the money line with the Dodgers as well. Now, Washington is taking on Miami, a big game last night. Fernandez got it done. He shut down the Washington Nationals offense. Well, tonight Strasburg's on the mound going against Conley for Miami. Interesting game. I don't know. I don't have a call on it, but I think Washington wants to bounce back and get that offense cranked up again. But what did happen yesterday, all right, was the Miami Marlins found their offense with Stanton going deep and several other players, D. Gordon included, that were contributing. Chicago Cubs are taking on St. Louis. This is always a good battle. Hamill's on the mound for the Cubs, and he has definitely been known to get roped from time to time. Now, St. Louis has Jaime Garcia on the mound. He's having an excellent outing so far. And last year, this guy, when he got in his zone, he was very, very tough to hit. And also, there's a game that I like tonight. That's the Rockies, and they're taking on the Cincinnati Reds. But before I get into that, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and let's bring Ross Benjamin on, because this game is one of his underdog value picks for the MLB slate tonight. Ross, first and foremost, glad to have you back. How you doing, my man?
Glad to be back. Sorry to all the viewers. I don't have the mustache like Pete, but then again, I think Pete should cut the mustache off and his winning percentage will go up a little.
There you go. He needs to do something different, and I'm sure he'd be the first to agree. Isn't that right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay, listen, the Rockies are taking on Cincinnati. We're going to get into a serious vibe here because underdog value, Ross, you did an excellent job this year in college football, college basketball. I'm anxious to see how you're going to do in baseball. De La Rosa's on the mound for the Rockies, taking on Cincinnati, who has Stevenson on the mound. What's your breakdown on this game? And is De La Rosa capable of pitching, effectively more so than he did in his first game?
Well, after a 5-1 encouraging start to the season, the Reds have dropped 6 of their last 7 games going into today. And boy, has their bullpen been absolutely horrific, Mike. I mean, you're looking at a Reds bullpen that's allowed 11 home runs already this season. On top of things, their offense has struggled as well. They've scored 3 runs or less in 7 of their last 8 games. And they've only hit 9 home runs in 13 contests thus far this season. Colorado, they're off to a more than respectable 8-5 start to the year, and that includes 5-2 on the road. They've also gone 5-1 during their previous 6 games overall, and this is a team that smacked 20 home runs already this season. Now, many of you will say, yeah, they play at Coors Field, but let me clue you in. 13 of the 20 home runs they've hit so far this season have come on the road, and that's in 7 road games. So awfully impressive power numbers for the Rockies. Jorge De La Rosa has really struggled out of the gate so far, but again, those other determining factors I've just alluded to, I think will take precedence in making this selection today. I'm going to take Colorado plus 101 over Cincinnati, Mike.
Yeah, and Cincinnati, with the veterans that it does have on its roster, Ross, they're really, age is kind of catching up to them. You got Brandon Phillips, you got Joey Votto. They brought in they lost Todd Frazier, so their offense kind of took a hit. I don't think that they're going to be up for the challenge. And also, another thing that's happening with the Rockies, when you have a young team like that bodes confidence when they play as well as they have played. Because like you said, nobody expected, and I know I didn't, for them to be 8-5 this early in the season. So the fact that they're knocking all those homers out of the park, a majority of them on the road, that says a lot to me as well. I like this play. Now, the second one, Ross, the Diamondbacks are going up against the San Francisco Giants, and Matt Cain, he sure got his ass handed to him last game, and it's not really unusual for the beginning of the season for him to struggle. What is it about the Diamondbacks that you like, and what's the best value as an underdog for that ball game?
Well, very astute observations, as always, on your part, Mike, in regarding Matt Cain, I should say. He's had a history of getting off to rough starts in April. As a matter of fact, in his career, he's 16-30 during his career team starts in the month of April. And boy, oh boy, that certainly bodes well to futility in that regard. As a matter of fact, since 2013, he's 0-6 in the month of April. And the Giants entered today having lost 5 of their previous 6 games, Arizona, real interesting fact here, Mike. According to the MLB betting odds at intertops.com, Arizona is currently a plus 120 money line underdog. And since 2014, they've gone an extremely profitable 20-8 as a road underdog of plus 100 to plus 125. And boy, oh boy, talk about a nice rate of return. That certainly qualifies as such. Robbie Ray makes the start today for Arizona, Mike, and he's been tough in his first 2 outings, as evidenced by his stellar 2.84 ERA in those outings. This is an Arizona club. Their last 3 games, they've really been knocking the cover off the ball. 6.3 runs and 12.67, hits per game during those last 3 outings. They've also won 3 of their last 4. I like the underdog value here, Mike. I'm going to take Arizona plus 120 over San Francisco on Tuesday.
Yeah, when this came out, Ross, I scratched my head. I was like, what is wrong with this line? Because the Diamondbacks, and you alluded to this, they have definitely found their bats. And, Goldschmidt, he is very, very dangerous. And when he starts to warm up and get hot, look out. So with that being said, as well as the record that Matt Cain has in April and his early starts, I'm just wondering what the bookie may know that I don't know. So it kind of had that trap written all over it for me. But after talking to you and confirming this more, you know what? I think I'm going to jump on it and put a few units on it, because the Diamondbacks, again, these bats are coming alive. And when they go on the road with a record like that, as you said, within that frame of 120 to 130 as a road dog, plus 130, I like that. So 20-8, if I'm correct, is what you said. So I'm going to jump on that. And I think Matt Cain's going to continue struggling early in the season. Okay, with that being said, viewers, you heard it. Ross Benjamin likes today the Rockies plus 101 on the road, and also the Diamondbacks plus 120 on the money line as his underdog picks. And again, I said it, I'll say it one more time. If Ross does even a portion as well as he did in the college football and basketball season with underdog value, then guess what, viewers? You're in for some ticket cashers, so get ready. Ross, have a great day, my friend. Always good to talk to you, and let's see if we can hook up and do this again tomorrow.
Sounds good, Mike. Thank you.
Okay, my man. And with that being said, viewers, again, I'm going to review my 2 picks. I'm going with the Pirates today on the money line. I grabbed it at minus 135 from the Greek. And I'm also going to cash a ticket on the Dodgers as Alex Wood goes back home to Atlanta to beat the Braves. Money line was minus 140, and I'm looking forward to moving that number up. 6-1 in my last 7 Major League Baseball picks. So I plan on keeping it rolling. And Pistol Pete, you just keep doing what you're doing, okay? All right. With that being said, everybody have a good day. Tune in tomorrow and beat your book and cash those tickets.